Hello and a very warm welcome to a new video here on my channel here at commaik. Today in this video I want to put the two robotic mowers from ANTHBOT, the M9 and the M5 head to head. I want to compare them directly with each other. I've already made separate videos for both the M5 LiDAR and the M9 RTK to introduce the technology to you as well as the pros and cons of both models. If you're interested in that, feel free to check the description below this video. You'll find the corresponding links right there. In this video, my goal is to directly compare the advantages and disadvantages of these two robotic mowers. Because I've received many questions regarding the other videos. Which is better, LiDAR or RTK? I have a small garden, I have a large garden. Which model should I choose? At this point, I'd just like to give you a little more support. Because the M9, which you see here, is suitable for areas up to 1,000 square meters. It navigates via satellites. This means you usually need a clear view of the sky, at least where the charging station is located and where you set up the antenna. And the M5 with the LiDAR tower doesn't need any satellites at all. It navigates using this laser pulse system, which is permanently built in here at the front. In this video, I want to compare the two with each other. I look forward to your additional questions, which I'll happily answer in the comments section below. If you're interested in all of this, definitely stay tuned. Because at the end, there's a chance to win one of these robotic mowers. Let's just take a closer look at the two robotic mowers, and I think you can already see it at first glance. In terms of size, the two models are very similar. The shape is also almost identical. The big difference is ultimately the navigation. The M9 works with RTK navigation. It navigates via satellite signals, so it only has the RTK module on the top. While the M5 LiDAR doesn't have an RTK module, but instead uses this LiDAR tower, working through this laser-based system. There aren't any other differences at all. The underside is practically identical, as you can see here. Both have a disc with 5 blades each, which cut the grass and ejected out the back. But what exactly is the difference in navigation? RTK, Real-Time Kinematics, means that this robot can determine its position via satellite signals and knows exactly where it is to the centimeter and where it can mow. The satellite signals are picked up by an RTK antenna, which is hardwired to the charging station. The charging station is back there. I've attached the antenna to the top of my wooden shelf. But you can also attach the antenna somewhere else entirely. The important thing is, this antenna should have a good line of sight to the robot. If you don't have that, you can alternatively pair a second antenna, one for the front garden and one for the back garden. Then the robot can mow both zones without any problems. Through the satellite signals, the robot's position is determined with centimeter precision. Once the lawn has been mapped out, the robot knows exactly where it is and where it still needs to mow. For visual support, it has 2 cameras built into the front. The AI obstacle detection recognizes the hedgehog, the chair, the trampoline, and so on, and can react accordingly. And how does it look with LiDAR now? In contrast to RTK robots, a LiDAR robotic mower doesn't require any satellite signals. This is particularly advantageous if you have many trees or tall houses and where RTK technology reaches its limits because there's no clear view of the sky. The navigation for this robot works via this LiDAR module, which sends out pulses, light pulses, and creates a 3D map via the reflection. This 3D map is unique and is further expanded and re-recognized with every mowing process. And through the objects that are recognized with it, similar to a sonar, the robot knows exactly where it is. This means that the technology of the robots is fundamentally different. With both, you first have to map out the property. This can be done completely automatically, provided you have clear lawn boundaries, or you control the robot by hand with the app along your property boundaries. Afterwards, the RTK robot knows exactly where it is and where it needs to mow based on the satellites. The LiDAR robot knows exactly where it is because it scans its surroundings. It knows where which objects are and refers to these objects to determine its position. This means, for large open areas with a view of the sky and few obstacles, RTK is perfect. For areas that are small and winding, that have no clear view of the sky, LiDAR is again perfect. Depending on your garden, you have to see what is the best option. RTK, open terrain, or LiDAR, small winding built over. That is the big difference between these two robotic mowers. In addition, there are of course also gadgets like Net RTK. This means, with the built-in eSIM card, the positions are not only recorded via satellites here, but also via the cell towers of mobile phones, and thus the positions are also determined in a supportive way. But what does the cutting result look like? How does the M5 perform on the large area? You can see it here, nice cutting lines parallel to each other, once forward and once back. The robot stays in its path and cuts accurately. The cut is clean and the grasses are cut nice and clean. If at some point it's no longer cut cleanly, then it's because the blades are dull and need to be turned over or replaced. The edges are also cut very, very well here, at least in the areas that the robot can drive over. It drives almost centrally over them. The inner corners that I have here, however, it still doesn't mow perfectly. You can see it here. Here, some parts of the lawn are significantly higher than the rest. The robot drives a curve here. It doesn't drive all the way into the corners. ANTHBOT definitely needs to work on the software some more and update it accordingly. Something else I noticed. If the hedge shakes a lot in the wind, it sometimes has a bit of trouble and has to reorient itself, but then it continues. I've noticed that I have to clean the LiDAR tower up here every now and then. With my other models, the ones with the LiDAR dome, the rain did that automatically. The dust that settles on the LiDAR tower gets stuck on the M5, and that could potentially lead to impairments. So just give it a wipe with a cloth. The next experiment I want to do with the M5 is the famous trampoline test. Since I don't have a trampoline, I'll just put this garden chair in the middle of the lawn to simulate obstacles. LiDAR technology makes it possible for the robot to react very well to obstacles, to recognize them, and to drive around them accordingly. It should definitely do that here as well. I'll go behind it so you can see it too. The robot is currently heading straight for the chair. It recognizes the chair and drives around it, or rather, it redirects and mows the lower part first. And as soon as it's finished with the lower part, it will approach this chair again from above and then continue mowing here. So you can follow that nicely in the app. The areas that have already been mowed are marked in blue. The areas that haven't been mowed yet are white. And at the end, the robot goes over all the white spots again that appeared in between. The great thing now is that if I remove the chair again, the robot just keeps on going. Because this obstacle detection isn't permanently stored. Instead, the robot works live every time. It checks every time, are there obstacles or are there no obstacles? And if the obstacle has been removed, because you've moved the trampoline to a different spot, for example, then it goes to the original spot as normal and mows the lawn there too. Of course, it's also important that the robot doesn't just drive around chairs or the famous trampoline on the lawn, but also treats animals gently. Hedgehogs in particular are a hot topic, as they often get shredded by these robotic mowers. That should definitely not happen, and it must not happen. But my test shows that technology has advanced a lot by now, and the robots reliably recognize animals and drive around them. I've done the test several times, also with another plush hedgehog. It always worked. But what does the mowing result look like with the M9? You can also see the mowing strips here that the robot leaves behind. It's a nice, accurate cutting pattern. Here too, the robot drives perfect paths parallel to each other and always mows with about a 50% overlap. At the edge, it's just as accurate as the M5 LiDAR version. But at the corners, I have the same problems here, with the grass remaining taller. In this area here, you can see it very clearly now that the grass is left much taller. This zone is mowed by the M9 and the M5 at the same time, or rather, one after the other. Here you can see how both robotic mowers mow the inner corners of the lawn. In principle, you can only counteract this by briefly interrupting the automatic mode during mapping and then letting the robot drive around manually a bit more extensively, provided you have the space to drive over it. Otherwise, I think the M9 drives a little bit faster. Well, it's also made for larger areas. This robot can be used for up to 1,000 square meters. The M5 should, in principle, be used for gardens up to 500 square meters. And finally, of course, the test with the hedgehog. How safe is this robot for the animals that live in the garden? You see, it's safe for the animals. Of course, I'll also do the chair test with the M9. And here too you can see how the robot confidently detects and avoids the chair. This means for you, toys on the lawn, the trampoline, the garden chair, or even a garden hose are no problem. The robot detects these obstacles, goes around them, and as soon as the obstacle is removed, it heads back to that zone and automatically finishes its work there. Or it drives around the outside and finishes the rest if that zone is permanently inaccessible. If you have areas that the robot can't always accurately detect, you can create no-go areas in the app for both models at any time. That means you define areas that the robot should drive around, even with its own edge cutting. That way, you can be extra sure that, for example, the flower beds that it shouldn't mow down are not entered by the robot. Let's come to the conclusion. Which of the two robotic mowers convinced me more? The M5 with the LiDAR technology or the M9 with the RTK technology? In the open area, both play in almost the same league. Both drive beautiful, accurate and parallel mowing lines. Offset by half a robotic mower each, not a single blade of grass is left behind. The edge mowing is also good. It's not perfect, especially the inner angles and 90-degree corners are not cleanly navigated by either, but mown in a semicircle. And then some grass always remains in the corner, which you might have to touch up manually. The RTK version is, in my opinion, a little bit more precise and accurate when it comes to edge cutting on the traversable edges. Here, where my walkways are level with the lawn and it can drive over the edges, the RTK version drives cleanly down the middle of the edge and mows the lawn there too. The LiDAR version wasn't quite as precise, it tended to stay in the inner area. However, it showed its strengths in the area of my hedge. There it drove closer to the hedge, depending on how much open space was available overall. And otherwise, both devices are almost identical. You have the same charging station for both. The M9 also has the RTK antenna. You naturally have to position these somewhere on your property and position them so that they cover as large an area as possible within the robot's line of sight. If you can't do that because something is in the way, the house, for example, you can potentially pair a second antenna or also cover this entire area via net RTK. This robot positions itself via external signals and is therefore accurate to the centimeter. The M5 positions itself using the map that it creates itself, which it updates regularly. And as long as you don't completely redesign your garden overnight, it will always find its way around. And now it's your turn. Please feel free to write under the video which of these two robotic mowers convinces you more. And also tell me why. Is it the technology behind it? Is it perhaps the price that distinguishes the two from each other? Just feel free to write to me. And don't forget to tell me which of the two is your favorite, because I would like to give away the most popular model of the two among my subscribers. For that, it would of course be great if you are a subscriber and give me a like for this video. In any case though, write a comment under the video about which model interests you, which model is your favorite and why that is. And if you don't want to wait that long for the outcome of the giveaway, feel free to take a look at the video description. There you will find further links and more technical specifications for the two robots. You can just check out what it's all about, how much the device actually costs, and whether you might want to buy it yourself right away that way. I get a small commission if you buy through my links. Great! I say thank you very much for your support. I look forward to the next video. And if you have questions about these models or the other mowers that I've already tested, write me a comment. I'll answer you as quickly as I can. Bye.